guys, so here is my submission for the Diecast Misfits 2023 Build Your Best Gasser build. This was a very fun challenge. This was one that I have been looking forward to for quite some time now. As you guessed it, judging by the background, this one is not a 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser either. I wanted to challenge myself and do something different. I've done a couple 55s already, and don't get me wrong, I really like doing those. There's a lot of customization as far as like the liveries and stuff that you can put on them. But I was like, you know what, I want to try to, push myself a little bit and do something different. So I chose to do a 62 Corvette Gasser, and it started out as this particular one here. This is the Mad Mouse from last year, from what is that, N case. And yeah, I mean, it's a really cool looking, mainline car. Don't get me wrong, I do like the root beer color, and like Mad Mouse deco is pretty cool. And actually another thing I kind of noticed is that it has like the Corvette badging up there, but on the actual car it does not have it, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, so without any further ado, I have this one carded just because this is an extra that I have, and for another custom down the line. So get that off to the side there. But yeah, I will, without any further ado, without dragging it on too long here, I will show you guys what I came up with. And like I've kind of hinted at in the in some of my past videos, this is going to be a popular one. And by no means am I the first one to do it. And just another quick little spoiler, Hewitt's actually did a couple of these, I think. I think he's done a couple, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I decided to try my hand at making my first ever candy striper gasser. There she is, guys. First and foremost, I am extremely happy with how this one came out. It was definitely a lot of fun to do. Like I said, it was fun to do something that is different than a 55 Bel Air. So kind of give you the little rundown about everything that I did as per usual when I do my overview of my builds. Stripped it down and stuff, and I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do at first. I actually was more or less leaning towards painting this like a metallic red and doing like a rat fink type deal, but I actually had somebody choose two different colors, and I will explain this at the end of the video. Choose two different colors, and I was like, you want this thing being red or pink? And they chose pink. So that led me down the direction of doing the candy striper theme. So I painted it the electric pink. This is the same pink that Hewitt's uses. It's the one I used on my my Days of Thunder S15 that I did, like the front half of it. It definitely is a lot more pink and vibrant than it leads on to be. Again, my lighting's not the best down here, so it definitely makes it look a little darker, but the paint job, it laid down fantastically. And yeah, so the next we will talk about, and then, well, real quick, of course, I did some detailing there. Did the headlights up, did the taillights in red there. That is all for like the exterior. And then let's dive into this engine real quick. So I actually had a whole 3D printed engine and transmission. It was going to get a complete overhaul, just like my last 55 Gasser that I did. I had that, and I had a set of 3D printed headers for it. And long story short, I ordered them from Benchworks Toys. Well, I guess he's going through some stuff, and of course, right after I posted my or I got my order in, he made this Instagram post. I guess he's going through a divorce or whatever. It's really none of my business, but he basically said I will either still ship out orders or give refunds. So I messaged him like, hey man, sorry to hear it, blah blah blah. I'm like, you know, am I still gonna get my stuff? And no reply, no reply. And I was kind of running out of time because I did get a later start on this than I wanted to, so I had to look for something else. I did want to just keep the stock engine. I'm like, I can do better than that, especially for my best Gasser build. So I actually found, this is like a top half of an engine, which worked out good because I was actually, if it was big enough, I was just going to put it on top of this and it would just completely seal up the hole, but it would still look like it was poking out through. It was actually a little bit smaller, but it worked out. So I basically chopped off the stock engine and super glued this one on there to make it fit. So it actually does utilize these kind of like it's almost kind of like a Frankenstein swap. It's got the bottom half of the stock engine, and then it's got this upper half, the intake manifold, the carburetor with like the fuel injection and stuff, and then this big blower on top, which I also detailed. I did do like the wires and stuff red. I did like the spark plug wires black, chromed out the whole thing. So and then I did like the belt on the stock engine, so that way it looks like the belt's coming up through there, and just a bunch of little detailing and stuff like that. So that is how I came up with the engine. I had to think of something, so that is what I came up with. These are still the factory headers, so just painted those a gloss white with the black, of course. And yeah, it just gives it a really nice, you know, just definitely like a blown hot rod looking theme there. Definitely looks better than the stock engine. So definitely like engine swapping these things and making them fit. So no transmission or anything, but that is fine. Like I said, had to kind of make do with what I could with the amount of time I had. So there is that. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I looked up like the 55 candy striper, and I believe the roof on that one is white, so that is what led me to do the white roof. Hewitt's does black on his, which that looks really good too because it complements like the base and like the bottom part of the doors and stuff like that. But I don't know, just wanted to do something different, wanted to kind of keep it original or tried and true to the actual candy striper. So yeah, and then of course laid down the decals there, which it did get slightly little, I mean, you can't really even feel it, but it did get like a little balled up right there. And then yeah, I think that was about it. So I mean, these are actually kind of a pain to lay down just because they get really thin up here, and then they get you got like the valve and stuff. This is all one thing. I did it all in one pass. So but yeah, I got them laid down pretty good. Added like the name and like the Hearst logo and stuff like that on there. I got super lucky with this roof and how it laid down. It laid down super nice. I did get a couple small splits back here, but after I laid the clear coat down, honestly, they kind of like sealed it all up. I don't know how, but as you can tell, this thing is, I mean, the clear coat, everything, it came out super glassy and glossy. So yeah, candy striper pinstriping work down on the back there. It even has the what a gas on it, just like the original one does. And then I did add one of my strictly diecast logos just because it is like a pinkish purple and white, so I thought that kind of contrasted good. And then I did add the official diecast Misfits logo on the back window there. Interior, I sprayed just like the whole interior black, bench sheets, everything's all black. I did do some interior, a little bit of, I added like a gauge in there, and then some steering wheel definition. I couldn't get a 3D printed steering wheel in time, so yeah, nothing too crazy on the inside, but I mean, I think the candy striper, it really just grabs your attention from the outside. I also changed up the wheels, if you guys haven't noticed. I used these fat, like slot 5 looking wheels, like American racing looking wheels, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I think that was kind of a cool touch. I don't know, not that the Kragers would have looked bad, but I think that looks really nice on there. And then on the bottom, I did the base gloss black there, color matched screws, and just did like all like the suspension and the drivetrain and stuff. There's not really too much to detail under here, but I just did all that in chrome as well. So yeah, nothing too crazy, but we will let it go around here. Like I said, it was a super fun build, something different, you know. Wanted to do something really popular. I'm never going to be able to afford the actual candy striper gasser, so maybe I'll have to make me another one of these or something down the line. But so this one actually is going away to somebody, and it is going to my man Jeremy Lance. Whenever we were working out like the three-way trade, I asked him like, oh hey, like what do you want for the Zamac, and I forget what else he sent me at the time, but yeah, and he's like, well, you know, I've seen your custom work, I don't have one yet. He's like, what about your custom coming up for the Build Your Best Gasser? And I'm like, you know what, man, sounds good to me. I don't sell my customs. I have done commission work, but I do not actually sell the customs that I make. Usually I just give them to people. So I was like, you know what, man, that is completely fine. So that is actually why I hit him up and asked him which color he wanted on this, and he chose pink. So that led me down the candy striper path. So yeah, it turned out really good. So not only is he getting that one, but he is also, let me kind of brush this thing off a little bit. It's been sitting collecting dust. But he is also getting that, what is that, the Chevy, or the Ford, the 49 Ford 52, or no, hold on, let me look at this thing. 62 Chevy. He is also getting this 62 Chevy that I did for him a while ago that you guys have already seen. So, Jeremy, this actually makes a really cool, cool pair, both old school Chevys. So, definitely pretty cool. Definitely different styles on them, but pretty cool nonetheless. So, Jeremy, I hope you are very, very happy with both of these, man. They were both really fun to do, especially that candy striper. Very proud of that one. So, yeah, that is about all I have to say, guys. Just gave you a build overview of it, what led me to do this one, and everything I did do on it, and so on and so forth. So, yes, please make sure you go and support the other Diecast Misfits members, Pete and Rodney. They both obviously participated in this challenge as well. And hit that thumbs up button if you're liking what you're seeing. And please leave me a comment. Let me know how I did. Let me know, you know, if you would have rather seen the Rat Fink on here, or maybe something else. They do have a couple other different decals for it. And yeah, just let me know what you think overall, and please hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps out the channel, and we're getting close to that 650 mark, which is awesome. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you in the next episode. Peace.